wine barrels. I'm sure you imagine the magic of a winery with these beautiful barrels laid out on the floor. But what exactly does a wine barrel bring to a wine? In this video, we're going to be looking at the three main factors of influence a wine barrel is going to have on the wine that you have in your glass. Number one is going to be flavors coming from the wood. So wine barrels are made of wood that is heated up to be bent and taken the shape of a wine barrel, and then the wine is put into that barrel. So when that happens, the wood is going to release some of the flavors it has into the wine. It's going to bring the wine new flavors, new aromas, flavors of or aromas of vanilla or of butter for certain white wines. And depending on the way it's being prepared, it's going to also bring some smoky kind of notes, some notes of some toasted notes, like, toasted bread. So number one influence is going to be a whole new set of flavors and aromas. Of course, number two is going to be a new texture, as well as aromas and flavors, this time coming from oxygen, from air. See, the wine barrel is made of wood, which is porous. So there is an exchange between the liquid. Some of it evaporates through the barrel, and the other way around, there's oxygen coming, and that oxygen slowly coming reacts with the wine to bring a new set of aromas, new set of flavors, this time coming from the oxygen, but also it's going to change the texture of the wine we have, the texture, the mouthfeel that we have from the wine, giving it a slightly thicker, more oily kind of texture. So that's number two, is going to be texture and new aromas coming from oxygen. Number three, so third influence, is going to be tannin. Now that's a bizarre one because you think of tannin coming from the grape, coming from the pips, coming from the skin. But tannin is also brought to wine through the barrel. The oak, the wood, contains tannin and it's going to release it into the wine. Now, it's a different type of tannin than that coming from the grape. It doesn't actually add tannin. So the tannin we have in the grapes, so the tannin coming from the pips, coming from the skin, and the tannins coming from the wood are two different tannins. So they combine to create a new type of tannin. It doesn't actually add up. So if you had a tannic wine and you put it in a wine barrel, it's not going to make that wine more tannic. It's just going to make the tannin different. Tannin is going to have different mouthfeels. You have some tannins that are going to be really rough. Imagine like having sandpaper or broken glass on the palate. It's going to be very aggressive and rough. And then on the other side of tannin types, we have the more velvety tannins. And for that, just imagine that you have velvet being put on the surface of your tongue, of your palate, and it's a very different mouthfeel. Also tannin, but a different texture of tannin. So that is it. Those are the three main influences a wine barrel is going to have on the wine. Of course, this can be different depending on the type of wine barrel, but that's for another video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment below. Make sure to subscribe. Click on the subscribe button so you get all our latest videos. I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. But until then, Santé!